And for wives, please, it's very important. For husbands, please, if you're watching this video, send these videos to your wife. Wives, please, it's very important. God have mercy. It is very, very important for you to know who gives you advice here. Hi guys, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. It's your favorite channel again. Here with Eunice. On this channel, we talk about healing and travel, relocation, and healthy lifestyle. Okay, it's a channel that has been existing since last year, and over the years, we've tried our best to bring amazing content. So, if you're a new subscriber, please thank you so much for tuning into the channel, and please feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And if you see any of the video that you know will be very beneficial to family, friends, or you know will be beneficial to any group you are, please feel free to share the link to the of the channel. Therefore, for returning subscribers, thank you so much for returning. Thank you so much for taking out time to watch the video. So it's a channel that's started back then in Nigeria, but we are now in the United Kingdom. So we're trying to dish out information about travel. I'm not a travel expert, I'm not an agent, but you know, the thing is, once you relocate to any country that is different from the place you're coming from, you automatically become a travel advisor, even not an agent, a travel advisor. Well, in one sense, it's not bad, because your friends or your family member might want to know how you did yours that made it successful. So it's not bad if you become a travel advisor based on how you did yours to travel. Okay, it doesn't have to be on a professional ground, so there is nothing bad there. What makes it very bad is if you start abusing it and taking advantage of people. So like I said before, and like you can see from the channel, the channel, it's a healing channel. But I tried for now, for the first 3 months on my arrival to the United Kingdom, to just dish out some useful information that I feel will be useful for those that would want to relocate to the United Kingdom, and if possible to other countries. Unfortunately, although I've not been to other countries, but I can only give advice based on the country I am in, and that is the United Kingdom. So please, I am not a travel agent, I'm just advising, and I will say I may not 100% be correct. Okay, you do your findings. That aside, okay, today's Sunday. I find it very difficult to do a sit-down vlog. I observe that I find it very difficult to do a sit-down vlog. Why? Is because the schedule here is quite very busy. So I try to maximize my time and take advantage of every opportunity. So most times you always see me vlog in the kitchen, because that is when I have time to communicate with you guys. I might not really have time to sit down. I can do that, but it takes I feel I like multitasking. That's just what. So I'm trying to save time. So that time I will be using to sit down and discuss, do a sit down video. I think I can still dish out that information while I'm cooking. So it's just like multitasking. I hope you understand. So on the episode of the vlog today, I'm just going to give a little advice on those that want to tour this part. I've been having a lot of messages from friends, from my past colleague. So I feel that if I just do an overall video explaining in details what you should know, okay, it will be better. So anytime you ask me, I'll just direct you guys to, okay, go to my channel and see it. I think that will be better, other than explaining to everyone that chats me and that called and that reached out to me. Now, so it's gonna be a random talk, just like travel gist talk. So if you are in Africa, if you are in Nigeria to be precise, I'm going to concentrate on Nigeria because that is where I have lived. there are three classes. There are four classes of people. Four classes, but officially three, but unofficially four. You have the below average people, you have the average people, and you have the high class people. I mean financial status. You have the below average, you have the average, I have the rich. You get it? Now, I remember I called it four. Now there are those between, they are not below average, like they are not poor, and neither are they on the average. For example, you might live in Nigeria and you're not a street seller, you're not a hawker, you don't hawk, you get it, you don't feed from hand to mouth. You have your regular source of income, even though it's not on the average. You might not have a car, you get it, you might not have a car, but you're not begging, you're not poor, like poor, you know what it means, like poor people that are on in the ghetto. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive. There are so many rich people too that are in the ghetto, but I think you should have idea of what I mean. Like, you know, when someone is very poor, you should know how the standard is, like from the zero aspects. Yes. There are those that are not in the zero aspect, that they are shuffling between the average, the middle class, and the poor. So these are the ones that might not necessarily have their own vehicle, but they are living well, they are not begging, they are not extremely very poor. They can go to their normal 8 to 6 job or 8 to 8 job or whatever job they do, and they can feed themselves. Now we have those on the middle class. These are the ones that at least they have one ride, they are managing, they have their normal work or their business they are doing. They are not really doing bad. They are to some extent they are comfortable. I don't want to use the word very comfortable. And we have the rich ones. These are the ones that are very comfortable. They have their houses, they have cars, they have staffs working for them, meaning they have gatesmen, they have maids, they have houseboys, they have cooks, they have chefs. They travel out, they go on vacations. Okay, those are the class of individuals. Okay, now I want to discuss as regards traveling. Now, as regards traveling, I've heard a lot of stories why I decided to make these videos because of the stories I've heard. There are so many people that they've come to the UK here and they decided to go back to their country because they couldn't cope here. They couldn't cope. They felt that the life they are living back in their country is better than the life they are living here. So this video is particularly to get you informed. It's very important to get you informed so that when you're making your decision to relocate to any country, please, I keep saying it is not necessarily the United Kingdom. It might be any other country. So when you're deciding to relocate to any other country, you consider the plan well. You consider and put into consideration so many factors. So those that are of the high class, the rich, so to say, they tend to come here for vacations and they go back. These ones don't really like come to the United Kingdom and start all over again. It's like they have fleets of business there. They are earning a lot. Their salary monthly like millions upward. You get it? They earn 2 million, 1 million monthly. You get it? And they have the luxury. They can come to vacation to any country. These ones might not really want to come to the United Kingdom and stay because back where they are coming from, they are comfortable and they're better. So they would want to like come, rest, spend their money, do one or two business they have here. Most of these ones, mind you, they have properties here. So there's every high tendency that these ones, after coming to the vacations, I remember my brother always does that. Come September, they've already started coming for summer holiday. You get, they'll have fun and they'll go back. These ones are very comfortable. So you hardly see these ones coming to the United Kingdom or traveling abroad to settle down, because there are so many things you have to change when you come abroad. You have to start all over again. You have to actually, if you I don't know, you have to start and you need to pay bills, so you have so many things you need to do. So they're like, this is not the life for them. They just come here, flex their money and go back. Now those are the rich ones. Remember, the next stage, I'm coming down the pyramid, okay? The next stage is the average. The average ones are those, they have car, okay, they have car. They might not be getting up to $1 million salary upward, but they might have businesses they are doing. They're not doing bad. They might be earning up to 500, 200, and 500, 200, from 200,000 upward to 500. You get it? To 500, sometimes 800, and the rest. They're in the average. They have car, and probably they have their own house too. They're not doing that bad. They might have business they are doing, 1 or 2 business they are doing. They're not really doing that bad. Okay. So remember, another reason why I'm deciding to do this video is some of the conflicts that happens between marriages, where the husband is not comfortable staying and the husband wants to go back, or the wife is not comfortable staying and they want to go back. So back to the gist, to the average ones. So when these ones relocate, you know, when you come to the abroad, immediately you get your house, you start spending it. Yes, you start spending the money. You're not spending naira, you are spending pounds. The biggest currency that has a surname. Dollar doesn't have surname. Naira doesn't have surname. Pound sterling is the only currency that comes with a surname. I don't know if there's any currency that is higher than pound sterling. Please, I feel free to tell me. You're spending pounds. So you know what it means to convert naira to pounds. So even if you have businesses there, you have a job you're doing there, or you leave your job, now you have business. We're talking about the middle class now. You have business, now you want to relocate. That means if you've not gotten a job here you're doing, that means you're converting naira to pounds. So if you convert 2 million naira, 3 million naira, 1 million naira, do you know how much pounds it is? Yes. You know how much? It's just the house rent you have, you spend a month here. You spend this 1 year in Nigeria. So if someone sends you 1 million naira here, the person is just giving you money for house rent here for 1 month. Do you understand? So now start converting naira to pounds. Mama, please. So now start converting. So start converting pounds and naira to pound. That's a lot of money. So these ones, when they come, I've heard stories whereby the husband might not get comfortable. They start getting angry that after all, I'm doing better where I'm coming from. The wife might want to stay, or the wife will say, after all, I'm doing better where I'm coming from. I have my chains of business. Look at me coming here to start doing this kind of menial job. I'm boss. They are answering me, sir, ma, in my country. I'll start all over here again. So we have issues whereby couples have misunderstanding, and you know, it leads to tearing of the marriage, separation, divorce, and the rest. That is because they didn't weigh their options very well. They didn't look at what is entailed before coming. So if you are the middle class and you know you are doing very well to some extent, it's very important for you to discuss with your spouse if it's something you want to do. If you want to come here and start all over again and grow. Remember, the average British company wants to train you according to their own standard before they give you the job, because they feel your own qualifications over there doesn't meet to their standard there. So when you're getting a job here, when you're applying for a job there, you might not use your degree or certification there to get a job here. You might not. You might. It depends. But most people start from the scratch. It is just but a very few that use their qualification there to get a job there here. So have it at the back of your mind that you're starting all over again. So if you're doing averagely very well at home, you might start from the scratch, and you know what it means to start from the scratch. Factory work, healthcare. When I mean healthcare, you know the levels. You know that's what I'm talking about. Taking care of. You know, it might not be the job you're doing there. So you might start getting agitated that this is not what I signed for. And mind you, you've already relinquished all you had there and comments. So you start having issues with your spouse and the rest. Weigh your options well. Now, the ones that are between the poor and the average, those are the ones that are shuffling between poor and average. These ones have the mindsets. These ones are actually the ones that make it well here. You know why? Because they're not actually doing very well where they are coming from. they're not actually doing very well. They wanted a better life. So they've come with the mindset that anything they do, they would not want to go back to where they are coming from. So anything they see, they are going to do. Any job they see, they are going to do. They are here with an open mind. So these ones actually succeed better because there is no how when they come here, the life they will meet here will be better than the life they are where they are. So they do well. They take the menial job and they tend to grow. Mind you, please, I'm not saying that the rich and the average do not have the same mindset of starting from scratch. But there's a level of pride or independence they've had back in their country. And they might not, even though some, please don't quote me wrong, don't get me wrong, some might actually want to start wear the humble dress and start from the scratch, which is perfectly very good. Which is very good. If you have that mindset, please, you succeed faster, just the way you've been succeeding in your country. You get it? So I'm talking about those between the middle and the poor and the poor. So these ones actually do very well because they want to come here and fight because they don't want to go back to where they are coming from, because the life they've met here is better than where they are coming from. Remember, these ones I said that might not really have a house, they might not really have a car, but they are not actually poor beggars. So this life here might be better for them. Do you get it? Now, these ones also might need some financial support to come down here, maybe from family, friend, cooperative, or so. So when they think of those that have supported them financially, they just want to come here, hustle, make the money, pay back those that supported them financially, and live a better life. And when they go back, they are, now have arrived and they do very well when they go back because they make investments in their country. These ones also remember where they are coming from. They have this mindset that I know where I'm coming from, so I want to make it. So they struggle so hard. Now, if you're of the poor, there's so many people from the poor level that they can't make it here because of their standard. There's no hope that they can jackpot or they can come out of where they are, because maybe if they don't have any family member, they don't have any relative that is standing up financially to want to support them. But there are just very, very few that are very fortunate, maybe where they are working from, where they are working, their boss or guy, they are there to sponsor them abroad. You understand? Some of them come with their bosses to abroad as a maid and the rest, and they pick up. Life can just happen to the poor ones and they just come out here. Imagine if the poor people over there comes out here, the kind of agility and the strength they will use to wake up and do any dirty job. Any job, I don't want to use the word dirty, please pardon me. They will do any job their hand can lay on. They do exceedingly very well. So I've discussed the 4 classes: the poor, those between the poor and the average and the rich. Now, I'm not going to point finger that Mr. A is poor, Mr. B is average, and Mr. C is below average, and I'm not going to, but you yourself, you know the class where you belong. I myself, I know the class I belong before coming out here. I'm not going to tell you that, but I feel that whatever the class I was in my country, I feel that I am in a better place. Whether I'm the rich or the poor or whatever class I was, but I was not doing bad in my country. Now, for you to come here, if you are I'm talking about the poor now. If you are between that person toiling between the average and the poor, you're an average or a rich person, and you find your way here, it means that you're not actually doing bad in your country. It means that you have some level of financial stability in your country. And for you to come down here, it means that you're determined to make it. You're determined because you remember where you're coming from. No, now sit down. For those that have been chatting me, tell me, give me the cost estimate. How did you do it and the rest? Now, so I want you to go back. Sit down. Sit down and ask yourself, which class do I belong? What are the decisions we need to make? And when you are sitting down, for those that are married, please sit down with your spouses. It's very important. See, the bitter truth here is If you must travel to the abroad and you want to make it fast, my brother, my sister, I beg you, come with your spouse. If you come alone, I'm not saying you're not going to make it. You're going to make it, but you're going to take a longer time, especially if you come through the student route. For now, the only route I know about is the student route, because that is the route I and my spouse came with. And I'm not going to give any advice on any route I don't know about. Mind you, I'm not a travel agent. I came here the way every other person also came, legitly. So I'm not going to give you any professional advice. I'm just going to tell you my own personal advice. So before I came, I and my husband, we sat down and we planned. When I mean plan, it was a long-term plan, because we know that we didn't just get the money immediately. We planned, we saved, and we realized it. So it might not be 1 year. This plan has not been a 1 year plan. That's not been a 2 years plan. That's not been a 3 years. My own travel, that's not been a 3 years. That's not been a 4 years. That's not been a 5 years plan. We have been planning, and glory be to God, it has materialized. So I know where I'm coming from. So sit down. Don't find your way here and you start having disagreement with your spouse. You start quarreling on, I was this, I was that, I can't take it anymore, and you go, or you separate with your spouse. Husbands, it's a different game here. It is I know you've been here, it's a different game here. This is not a place you start feeling proud of being. They don't used to do woman like this in my village where we come from. That is your village. That is your village. This is the United Kingdom. If you are in Rome, you behave like the Roman. I cannot carry a child. I cannot do this one. I cannot do poo-poo. They don't do that here. If you have that mindset before traveling, please throw away that mindset, because you need to work as a team. Your wife might go to work and be sleeping, and you need to cook food for her. She might be coming back from work and you be the one to cook food and get it ready for her. That is how it is done here. If you must be in peace, your wife can be in the house and you enter the kitchen and cook your food and eat, if you must be in peace. Do you get it? Now, financially, if you are the kind of man that like hiding your own, or the spouse or the woman is hiding your own, this for women, my money is my money and his money is our money. It doesn't work here. I'm telling you from my own personal advice. You get it? So everything is 50-50. I don't know if other people are doing it here, but that mindset that you are in Nigeria, now my husband, they pay house rent, and I know they pay, now I go bring food money, me I go dey house and relax. It might not be like that. It might be 50-50. It might be that you will be the one paying the house rent and your husband is paying another bill. There's division of labor. We have cases whereby the husband are the ones sitting at home and doing babysitting for those that have kids, and doing babysitting where the woman is working full time. It is teamwork. Do what works for your family. So additionally, we have situations whereby the wife will be the one sitting at home babysitting, while the husband will be the one working full time. If that is what is attainable for your home, it is fine. There is nothing bad there. But you see that idea, full-time housewife, it shouldn't work here. Do you know there are so many things you can do legitly in the house while you are with your children, while you are with the kids? There are so many things. So number one, vlogging is one. YouTube pays a lot of money to vloggers. So if you are a social butterfly like me, my husband is not a social butterfly, but I am the social butterfly, and he's comfortable with it. If your spouse is comfortable with it, and you know that there's something, there are information you can dish out to people through YouTube, through vlogging, through the social media, in the comfort of your home, you can do that. I'm a full-time housewife. My husband should be the one working. Do you want to kill him? He cannot do it because the bills are here, feeding. There's a lot of things he will need to do with money. What about savings? What about paying back loans if they are the ones that collected money, that borrowed money, or people supported financially to come here?
So that idea of being a full-time housewife, please, mothers, sisters, take it out of your mind. While you are in the house, there is a lot of things you can do. Some people, even in their house, if you have toddlers that are not really the noisy type, that are to some extent independent, you could take customer service job and do it remotely. So think of it. Like I said, YouTube is one of it. We are not doing this to as show off. It's another side hustle for us. So if you have choose to run a business in the United Kingdom, please try and make sure you get it registered. For those that do not want to work on normal 9 to 5 job here, some people also do child minding. Now get this fact right. If you want to do any business, it is very important for you to get it registered. You can go to UKVI and get all the information you need. There are standards here that you must follow. So any business you want to do, make sure you get it registered by the UK government, so you'll be a legal business owner. And being a legal business owner, you have the privilege of paying your tax, and you have more customers because they know you're legit. So either child minding, get it registered, get all the degree or certification that is required to be a child minder. If you want to do export and importing, make sure you get it registered officially. So go to the YouTube, to the UKVI site to get all the information that you will be needing. And for wives, please, it's very important. For husbands, please, if you're watching this video, send these videos to your wife. Wives, please, it's very important. God have mercy. It is very, very important for you to know who gives you advice here. Please, do not let anybody, your home. Be careful the associations you have. Be careful the kind of friends you keep. Like I always say, naturally, I am a lone ranger. I do well when I'm alone. Because when I'm alone, I think I have targets, I have goals, and I exceed very well. Might not be the same thing with you. You might be someone that like association. So, but here, being a lone ranger doesn't always work, because you need to be in groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, where you hear information. So I've learned that. So associate yourself with group and use your head. It is not every advice you hear you will follow. Please, if you must save your home, saving marriages here it's a daunting task, because marriages break. Marriages break. You get it? So mind the groups you are. Anybody can give you advice. Anybody can advise you. It is left for you as an adult. I believe, you see that word they say, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Now, this advice is for both husband and wife. I'm not saying I'm 40, but I will soon be 40. I'm in my 30s. You get it? I'm in my 30s. It is normal that once you clock 30s, going to 40, you started experiencing life. You started seeing so many things. You started seeing challenges and overcome challenges. So by the time you clock 40, everything, most of the thing where life is supposed to throw for you, life go don't throw for you. So if you clock 40 and you're still not wise, you are a fool. So I don't think that anybody that's clocked 30, let's just not leave the 20s out, we can understand. But I don't think anybody that has clocked 30 going to 40 would not be wise. When someone gives you advice, you should know the one to take. That is for association for the women. If it's how they use friend of benefit, yes. If I can't benefit from you, I can't be your friend, because I don't have time to waste. And if you can't benefit from me, I don't think you should be around me. So I'm only going to associate with you when there's something I can benefit from you upstairs. So choose your friends wisely. Anybody you want to associate with as a woman, make sure you have 1 or 2 things you want to benefit from that person. And make sure you are an asset to that person. It is left for that person to know what he wants to gain from you. But if I know I don't want to gain anything from you, I don't have the time being with you, because I don't have time to sit down and gossip. So the kind of association you have here matters a lot. Study people you are with. Be with groups. Be with be and indulge yourself in WhatsApp group, because that's where you get information. No man is an island here. You need to get informed or you'll be deformed. Number 2, make friends you know you will benefit from. Number 3, while you are making friends that you benefit from, mind what you take in that will work for your family. Do what works for your home. That person telling you, I know they do this on my house, I know they do. Nah, lie. She does that and do that over and over again in her home. Yes. I'm not a marriage expert. I don't know where the inspiration came from. I said, okay, this morning I'm going to talk about this. This afternoon I'm going to talk about when I'm back from the service. So I decided to do this vlog. It might be a little bit lengthy, but I just feel that someone might benefit from it. Till I'll come your way next time. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's a great channel. I appreciate all your love and kindness. Bye-bye.